Hey everyone, welcome back to another speed build. Today I'm doing an apartment renovation in the world that came with Eco Lifestyle. I don't know why the name of this area always escapes my mind when I need to say it. It's like I know it. Evergreen Harbor. That's what it is. And the address is in the upper left-hand corner as always. But I recently purchased the Laundry Day stuff pack because it's on sale through Origin. So I thought I'd play around with that a little bit, and I gave them, right here you can see, just a modestly sized bathroom. This is a relatively small apartment. I did make it a two-bedroom apartment. Both have double beds, so technically four Sims could live here. But I was thinking it was more for two young adult Sims, but whatever suits your playstyle, you can do with it. So I did, just like I said, a relatively simple bathroom. I do like some of the decor items that come with the Laundry Day stuff pack. I'd seen other people use them, but never really took a close look at them. So I got two here, and I think they kind of give me farmhouse vibes a little bit, but I like how they look overall. Because the furniture doesn't really give me that. Some of it does, but not all of it. But the wall hangings definitely give me farmhouse vibes. Like there's a wreath I didn't use, and then there's like hanging spice flower things that I did use. But this shelf here just sort of like you can put that anywhere. I don't know, it kind of gives me this isn't a well, maybe it is a decor style. I don't know, like suburban vibes with those baskets that have the cloth lining. I feel like most cul-de-sac style homes would have those, if you know what I mean. No shade, I grew up that way, but it is what it is. That's definitely the vibe I get from it. And I just hung up an ironing board and then that broom and it's not a mop, broom and dustpan, I think is on that. Yeah. And I used the new counters, but I decided to go with the old style stove. I do like that we now have them separated, but I feel like in an apartment, you sort of just get what you get. And I really wanted to keep that vibe going. Um, Everything is very like sterile white in this apartment because I figured, of course, the counters and appliances come with it, but then the furniture that they would have added, they have enough sense about them to sort of want to match the decor everywhere. So I did keep that vibe going. I played with the modular furniture for this bookshelf here, but then also I do a TV stand and I play with it a little bit more, and also the sectional couching. I'm getting more comfortable using the modular pieces. I was having a little bit of trouble in the beginning figuring out what snapped to what, but I think I mentioned this in another speed build. If you look at the descriptions of them, they do say whether they are wall or floor units, and that will determine what they snap to. I couldn't decide where I wanted this TV to be. I was like, maybe I'm going to put a picture behind it or a mirror behind it. I did not. I just left it as a mounted TV and then put some stuff on the shelf below it. I think it looked fine. This is sort of, although it is an open floor plan, it's a little cramped. So I had a little bit of trouble figuring out where I wanted to place everything. And that coffee table trick that I just did, where I took the tiny living one and then sized it down and put it underneath a little bit, is actually not my idea. I saw Evelyn do it. She is a speed builder here on YouTube. Um, Someone I really enjoy watching. I think her videos are very calming. So I saw her do that recently and I was like, oh, I really like that look. So I cannot take credit for that. That was from her. Um, I could have taken the time to use the red shelf to place an item on there, but I wasn't about that life when I was doing that in this build, so I did not put anything on the smaller table, just the bigger table. I'm not really sure what these Sims would do for a living, but I did imagine that they were sort of creative, so I gave them the knitting stuff. I didn't do like an easel or anything, but I do have a computer back in the corner like you saw, so maybe one's into writing, one's into knitting. Not really sure. I didn't do anything career specific in here. I just sort of went with a very simple decor design, not much color, but little pops of like pastel colors. I tried to stick with the mint green and like the baby blues. And then the kitchen, like you can see, is very white, gray, and silver, very muted. Putting in that mint blue over here with the llama as well. You can see the elephant books have that blue and green. I went with the same color with this vase here. The only thing that's not is the tissue box, but I mean, sometimes you just get a multi-pack of tissues and one of them doesn't fit your decor. You can't help that, especially when you do like online ordering, which a lot of people are doing now. So it's fine. Tissue boxes don't have to match. I don't know why I felt like clarifying that, but I did. I'm still trying to figure out how to snap things to shelves with this modular unit because on the piece on the right hand side on the TV stand, I could get stuff to snap to the bottom two, but then the top two, I had to use the 9 keys to get items up to them. And then they wanted to snap to the bottom drawers. And yeah, so it's going to take a little bit more playing around for me. I don't think there's actually spots to click to on those top two shelves. I could be wrong, but items raise up perfectly with the 9 key. You know how sometimes items will float, but they don't with that piece. So I did appreciate that. I added that knitting basket there. I like those hanging, it says it's hanging spices. To me, they just look like, or hanging herbs. They kind of just look like dried flowers. I like that look. And then this little hallway table here is from the laundry stuff pack as well. And I thought it fit perfectly in that sort of dead space there behind the couch because I wanted them to be able to get to that door and balcony. You can't actually put anything on the balcony, like it's not part of their property, but I do believe that they can go out there. Like it is a usable door. So, yeah, it is what it is. And then I use these hanging lights that I really like. They just sort of look like folded paper lights. I don't know, but it's from the interior designer pack. I like the look of them. And then the paintings I hung on the wall kind of kept with that muted light words, muted color scheme. There we go, got there in the end. And then the bedrooms I kept relatively simple. Went with sort of, again, the muted colors, but more distinct color palette for the rooms. Like this is that dusty rose color with the dark wood. I used, again, the modular pieces for their wardrobe and just kept it pretty simple. Didn't clutter up too much at all. I ended up putting a wall mirror and then I think I ended up just going with a single box seat. I did try the bench seat, but I didn't know if the Sims would be able to route around that. So yeah, like here I just put that little one seat ottoman, kept it really simple, then put some lights, some decorations on the wall, and a rug, and that was it for this room. I do go back and end up adding curtains, um, but the windows we have right now I'm not a fan of. I think if you upgrade the neighborhood, the windows actually change. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't actually played in this neighborhood long enough to see that, but I believe that's a thing. So this room, same idea, but I went with the lighter wood tone and green and did the same thing in open wardrobe, mirror, some decorations on the wall, some curtains, and called it a day. So I hope you like this build. You can stick around for the screenshots at the end, subscribe, comment, like, all that fun stuff. And I will see you all next time. Bye!